Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is More Than a Message here today with another pick a card reading. It has been a little bit since I last posted a full video. Shorts are always going up daily on the channel, but it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I graduated and then the trip that I went on was actually for my graduation, and I actually got to go to Boston and I got to go to Salem, Massachusetts, the witch city of the country. So that was actually absolutely amazing and was definitely a resurgence of energy that I needed. I did the cool like aura photography and everything. It was a really wonderful trip, and I definitely was not energetically feeling as aligned to do readings within the last couple of weeks. I feel like there was just a lot of stuff purging out of me energetically as well, and this full moon in Scorpio has definitely been doing its job, and that trip was definitely one of those trips that definitely changes things for you a little bit, as I just saw 111 on the timer. Anyways, I'm lovely to do a reading here today for you guys. We're gonna do a little bit bigger just because it has been a little bit longer since I've been able to do this type of style, and since I've been a little MIA recently. But as usual, we are going to be doing 3 piles here today. We are going to be asking the question, what you don't see coming. So honestly, for me, I did not see my trip coming, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It was something that I kind of like manifested without realizing. So we'll see what comes out today for your guys' piles. For pile number 1, we have the Spirit Song Tarot and this lovely piece of lapis lazuli. For pile number 2, we have the Cozy Witch Tarot and this Heart Tiger's Eye. And then for pile number 3, we have the Animal Unknown Tarot and this lovely piece of, I believe it's Pink Angelite? Somebody correct me if not. I need to just take photos of all the cards that they give whenever I pick out stuff. Anyways, as always, any reference to divine feminine, divine masculine always has to do with energy, has nothing to do with gender. Everybody is welcome here, as well as this is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If there are stuff or messages that are not aligning or confusing for you, let them go. But yeah, otherwise, kind of linger over the piles, see which one is calling to you the most, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you guys chose the Spirit Song Tarot and this piece of lapis lazuli, this is going to be your reading for today. If you guys did skip over the intro, been a little MIA recently with graduating from my school, and I did actually get to go to Boston and Salem, Massachusetts for my graduation trip. And Salem was an amazing experience and definitely gave me a resurgence of energy, and definitely wanted to get back and do some readings. I wasn't getting called to do bigger readings for a minute here. I obviously always upload my shorts, but yeah, there was just something about doing full readings that was kind of like, not quite yet. So we'll see what comes out today. We are going to be checking in and asking the question, what you don't see coming. So pile number 1, let's get some shuffling in here for you guys. Again, as always, any reference to divine feminine, divine masculine always has to do with energies, nothing to do with gender. Everybody is welcome here, and then this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's see for pile number 1. Oh, we already got some stuff flying out. Woo! Pile number 1. What does pile number 1 not see coming? Pile number 1. For pile number 1. I'm getting that is what we need. Set this deck off to the side for the moment. Alright, let's get this kind of chunk first. This was what came out. I'm getting take some reversals. So we have the 4 of Shells, soul searching and reevaluation. So the 4 of Shells is going to be cups in this deck. Interesting. Okay, then we have the Ace of Shells, or the Ace of Cups, happiness and abundance. Then we have the Four of Feathers, or the Four of Swords, sanctuary and rest. Then we have the Knight of Feathers, action and focus. Page of Feathers, exploration and discovery. Shift this down a little bit so I think I can get all of them at the top here. Then Seven of Crystals, options and results, or pentacles. And the Five of Crystals, or Five of Pentacles, persistence and new possibilities. Okay. Okay, so pile number one. The energy that I'm getting is that you've been in a really like reflective space for quite a while. I think you have been kind of going in this hibernation period. We are starting to get into the summer months. Spring is finally kind of exiting its way into our warmer weather here. So kind of getting out of that hibernation, reflecting, and kind of getting back into going into, I would say, go mode. I'm getting a lot of inspiration is coming through for you currently at this time. I think there could have been some resistance to love and some resistance to this kind of next step or this next phase for you. I think that it might have been a quite challenging period before this kind of hibernation stage that you have gone into. I do think that there potentially is a love offer coming forward that is going to kind of catch you completely off guard, whether this is somebody that you are aware of or you are not. If there is somebody that is particularly coming to mind, I don't know why I'm getting drawn to the raccoon in that essence. So if there's somebody that gives you kind of like a correlation, or if there are any animals represented here that does correlate to you kind of specifically the energy of a particular individual, that could be a message coming through for you here. I'm also saying if you've been seeing ladybugs a lot, this is kind of additional signs that this type of energy and this event or these kind of connections and these meetings are going to be coming in like very, very shortly after, or if not during this heavy period of seeing ladybugs and these kind of animals. I'm also getting that there has been a lot of seeds that have been planted for you. I think that you are getting very discouraged with some of the efforts and the things that you had been putting into place for yourself. I think that maybe this could have been before this hibernation period that you had really had high hopes or high expectations for this work and all of these things that you had put a lot of strong effort in, and those things are not going to go unrewarded. It was going to take a good amount of time, and it was going to take persistence to be able to achieve this next step for you. But there's stuff brewing behind the scenes that you are unaware of, and Spirit is really just divinely orchestrating some stuff for you guys after all of that effort that you have already put in. I don't think that there is much else that you need to actually work on or do. I think all of the stuff that has been done has already been set in motion. You just need to, again, really just stay focused on that vision and not let any of the kind of like the wavering and the self-doubt, those kind of egoic voices that like to come through in regards to this situation, whatever it may be. Whoa, I just like went completely blank there for a second, and I was in such a like streamlined. Yeah, I think that stay focused. I think that is the main like, don't let it just, because that's literally what just happened. But I was in a very streamlined state, and then whatever I was saying just kind of zipped out, and then after that I'm like back into the zone. So I think that there is some distractions that could potentially be happening, and or there are that whole mentality of letting it slip away. Things are happening and things are going to be coming for you. Oh, okay, that was very like forward and succinct and to the point. I think that Spirit has seen you kind of, I'm getting that you've been more hard on yourself, of like thinking that the work that you've put in is not good enough, and it is good enough. It just takes some time for the actual manifestations to come to full fruition. All right, let's get your kind of energy right now with the Animal Spirit deck. Let's see what kind of, ooh, Vulture. Okay, you could feel like you are just like picking clean every little thing, and I feel like there is an essence of not nitpicking over all of those extra little details. I think that you could potentially be almost self-sabotaging your manifestations from coming in by thinking that you need to keep picking, and that you need to keep working, and that you need to keep going after these things. Yes, stay focused, but I think you are already doing the things that are needed. You don't need to do any more. You don't need to go extra steps, because I think you've already done those extra steps. It just is still gonna take a minute for it to come in. So I feel like you could be feeling kind of a little bit heavy, a little bit, maybe even just a little pessimistic of like, all right, well, I guess I did all this work and here we are. But Spirit just wants to say it's coming. It's coming. Magenta Dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories, and higher spiritual understanding, prepare for accelerated ascension. Yeah, I feel like this has all been built up for a very, very rapid pace. So it might have been like things have been very stagnant for a while, but it's to prepare you for, I think you're going to end up being almost overwhelmed and wishing that you had a little bit more time. And the Blue Dragon from Pleiades prepares you to accept source healing, accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing. I'm also getting some third eye and throat chakra energy from this as well. I think that there is an essence of intuitive things that are coming through and intuitive feelings, and to just trust those. Then we have Fire Dragon, burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. There is a heavy needing for grounding during this period of time as well, is also what I am getting. Then we have the Golden Atlantean Dragon, helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis, awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents, reclaim your mastery. I'm getting water sign energy from this as well, so you could be a water sign or have strong water signs in your chart. We also did just go through the full moon in Scorpio here, so that could have been a very heavy and transitional and influential period of time if you are watching this as it was released, but all readings are meant to be timeless unless stated otherwise. But I'm really getting that you have no idea what is going to, and I think that that's kind of, I think you know exactly what's coming for you. You just don't know exactly how and when, and that's intentional. Because I think that if you did know how and when, you would run, is kind of what I'm getting from Spirit. Spirit's like, nah, they'd run. So we're just gonna wait it out until it's here and they can't run. That's literally what I'm getting. I'm not joking. I'm not getting much other than like, yeah, we're getting them prepared so they don't run. So whatever that means to you, Alright. Beyond the mind, yes, a lot of third eye and crown chakra now in this card. Beyond the mind moves us through logistics of life so we can function in the world. However, endless mental chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programs can help us in our suffering. Step outside mind-based limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. The past may be running you and making your mind spin, so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. What would the situation at hand feel like if you released all fears and worries? Are these concerns even yours? This is a very strong message and energy present within this reading. I think that sometimes it's very easy for the logical mind to kind of take over when it comes into kind of spiritual regards. So I'm getting to take these two. You have jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and get whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap of faith anyways. This is that time. And then resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but our being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. I'm gonna set these ones up here, and we're gonna get some spirit messages from my homemade deck, and then we will do the postcard from Spirit to close out reading like always. Spirit for pile number 1, a solar plexus chakra. Something you could work on at this time. And heart chakra. That was definitely, I think you guys could have been running from love as well. Third eye chakra. Yeah, chakra work is going to be very, very beneficial for you during this time. Definitely do some chakra work and some chakra healing. You're almost there. Libra. This could have strong Libra placements, or potentially this kind of individual's energy that's kind of lingering around in this reading. Stop. I feel like you're self-sabotaging. I really think you're self-sabotaging. And Spirit's just like, let it come in. I think you're almost preventing and blocking your own things from coming in. Spirit, what final message do we have for our lovely pile ones today? Spirit. Okay, I don't know what's... I'm gonna take that top one because there were so many things that were flipping and sliding all over the place. Okay. Dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance, take a step back, and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup, just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. Alright, pile number 1. I hope that resonated and was helpful for you guys. If it was, leave a little like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Love to have you part of our little collective over here. If it didn't resonate for you, you can always choose another pile, choose another reading, or I might just not be your reader for today, and that's totally cool. But I am wishing you much love and light on this journey, guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. If you guys chose the Cozy Witch Tarot and this Heart Tiger's Eye, this is going to be your reading for today. We are going to be asking the question, what you don't see coming. I kind of got a little inspiration to do this. It's been a little bit since I've last done a more full-length reading. Shorts are always put up on the channel daily. But just in case you skipped the intro, I did just graduate and I actually got to go to Boston and Salem, Massachusetts for my graduation and graduation present. So I got to actually visit the lovely witch city. I got my oral photography taken. It was really, really cool and definitely gave me the resurgence of energy that I needed. I wasn't getting called to do readings for a little bit. I definitely wanted to, and I felt like I needed to for the channel, but there was just something that just kind of kept blocking me from it. But after going to Salem, I literally was like, I need to do a reading when I get home. So here we are for you lovely people today. We are going to again be checking in and seeing what you don't see coming, because honestly I kind of low-key manifested my Salem trip without even realizing it. So let's see what energy comes through for you guys today. Pile number 2. Where do you even take that one? 5 of Wands, a good coven. Let's every witch have a say. Alright, you guys are getting chunks out like pile number 1 as well. It's good luck charm. Number 10, which I believe is the Wheel of Fortune, right? If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. I know that there is actually one card of this deck that is changed, and I'm not sure if that might be it. I do have the guidebook right next to me here though, but we also have the King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. The Queen of Swords, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. We could be getting some divine counterpart energy coming through a little bit. Then we have 8 strength. It takes strength to be soft. I think this is the one card that is changed in this deck. So that is very interesting. Add a little extra messaging here. Okay, that is quite a bit. That is going to be the last of this for the day. We have the 5 of Cups. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. I'm actually drinking my Boston tea right now. So you could be a heavy tea drinker. 4, the Emperor. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. You guys are getting kind of a love reading is what I'm getting. Page of Cups. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. 6 of Swords. You guys got a lot of extra cards. All aboard, Witch. It's time to write a new chapter. 7 of Swords. Are your actions really as selfless as you think? And the 8 of Swords. Stop overthinking it and just do it. Okay, so for you guys, for this pile, I am actually definitely getting very strongly more in the love department, which, I mean, you guys did get the Heart Tiger's Eye here, but I am definitely getting more into the love romance department for what you guys do not see coming for you. I'm also getting could be some unexpected travel, could be some unexpected vacations, which I was kind of just in the same boat. So it's the energies are, I can tell why it took me a while to need to start doing this reading after my own stuff. Anyways, I do think very heavily that you have been putting a lot of strong work in on yourself. You have been very focused on yourself for a very long time. You could have potentially been focusing on some certain past things that kind of fell through or just didn't work out, and kind of, again, overthinking of those scenarios of stuff that maybe, like, just saw 444 on the timer as I'm saying that, stuff that maybe you thought that you should have done differently, and it's always good to reflect on those things. However, I don't think that it is something you needed to be concerned about at that point. I think that this was a little bit more of those negative loops and those kind of karmic cycles that we tend to get into with our old patterns and old traumas kind of influencing newer connections and meeting new people, whether that is in a just friendship sense or in a romantic sense. There's something about finding your soul tribe, finding your group of people. I think that those individuals are coming in for you, if they haven't already, or just kind of be literally like thrown into your life, and they're gonna stay forever, and you're gonna be like, how can I get rid of them, even though you definitely do not want to get rid of them. I think it's gonna be that, I think that you've been longing for a person for a very long time. I'm getting emotional as I'm saying this. 555 on the timer. You are getting your people. Damn! I don't think I've like gotten like choked up during a reading before, but we're leaving it in. I feel like there's purging for you at this moment. And there's stuff that needs to be released. And I think it's getting released, which is gonna ultimately let all of this come in and let your people come in. I love this for you. Okay, okay. Take a breath, because I need to take a breath. I don't know about you, but I need to take a breath. Take another sip of my tea here. Okay. Yeah, you could have been just going through like a very transitional period, letting go of people and past experiences that no longer serve you. And all of your abundance is coming in multiple areas. I do want to check out this 10 good luck charm here. Let me grab the book real quick. Okay, I was correct. It is the replacement for the Wheel of Fortune card. And after experience setback after setback, this witch finally decides that fate isn't something that's just allowed to happen to her, so she makes herself a good luck charm to wear. This way, I'll attract at least one good thing my way, she proclaims. She's right. Some stuff is out of our control. There are plenty of things we can control. This card usually indicates that there's something that you can do about your current circumstances, not limited to enchanting your jewelry. Make a list of possible solutions, start from the top, and don't stop till something works. Don't settle for what you're given when there's likely a way to get what you want. I feel like that message was definitely needed for this pile, so. Woo! Some energies today. Holy moly. You guys got a bunch of extra cards too, so we're going to start shifting into the next set of things here. I am going to get an animal spirit card just to check in on your energy at this time. Kind of see what you are embodying. Pile number 2. Woo. We have the Crow. There's definitely a lot of illumination and enlightenment to all of these kind of situations and these lessons and these like life situations that have happened and how they served a purpose. Yeah, there's things that I think you are starting to realize that served a purpose, even if they were absolutely terrible and you didn't deserve it. It served a purpose to where you are. Damn, your guys' reading is like, yeah, I might. Okay. We're now going to get our dragon oracles here. This is the most, yeah, this is definitely the most intense reading I've done on this channel so far. Alright, pile number 2. We have the white gold dragon from Lyria. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. I feel like this has been a very ascending period of time for you. Kind of really connecting in and internalizing and alchemizing all of this energy into a really positive, and yeah, there's so much light and abundance that is going to be coming in for you, and I think it's really hard to see it while some of these other circumstances have been occurring. Fire dragon burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired and clear your soul pathway. There is definitely some correlation to the sacral and the solar plexus chakra I am getting. So those could be areas that you could focus or work on at this time, as we're getting even more orange and yellow. Really stepping into your confidence and your expression and your creativity is going to be really beneficial during this time. The source dragon attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. I think that there is a need to stop overanalyzing and stop overthinking and really just take in everything moment by moment. These cards are so big. I'm sorry that you can't see everything on, just saw 11:11 on the timer. So many good things are coming for you guys for this pile. This is, yeah, this pile is some strong energies. Right. Pile to spirit. What additional message? It's a bunch, so I'm just gonna take the top one. Beautiful artwork. You could really connect to dragons or symbolisms. Dragons could be very important to you. You could potentially even have a dragon tattoo, and crystal work and crystal healing during this time I think is going to also be beneficial. Could be seeing flowers and dragonflies as symbolism as well. Vulnerability. When we are truly honest with ourselves in all of our facets, we are vulnerable. That honesty is an important step in discovering our shadows and bringing them into the light for healing. When we share our vulnerabilities with others, we allow them to glimpse a deeper part of ourselves. Be vulnerable with yourself and others. It may be time to step into the role of healer and hold space. Holding space means being fully present without judgment in a way that provides a safe and nurturing environment. Here, guards are dropped, a deeper level of awareness and relating can unfold, and profound healing takes place. I feel like you could have had this very hard exterior for a very long time and very closed off, and I think that you're just kind of thawing a little bit, becoming more vulnerable. I think you're stepping a little bit more into your feminine energy rather than your masculine energy. Again, nothing to do with genders, all based off of the energy. Everybody is welcome here. But I think that there were certain actions and certain steps that you did take to try to achieve certain things, or to try to remain in this kind of closed off energy, or to potentially bring yourself up and push someone or something else down further, whether that's trauma or just situations that you might not have been able to handle or deal with during that time. I think that you are now stepping into a space where you're going to be able to handle, heal, reflect, and ultimately forgive yourself and others for the situations that have occurred to bring you where you are now, because ultimately where you are, you wouldn't be at the space that you are currently if none of those situations had happened. which is always kind of sometimes a hard pill to swallow and a hard thing to accept. But I think that once the acceptance process has been started, it doesn't even need to be done or completed. I don't think it necessarily ever fully is, because we're constantly evolving and growing and learning. But I think that there are very specific events or very specific people or traumas that this is correlating to you. So take it how it resonates. But we are going to get some final message cards here. Your guys' reading is a little bit larger. Fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you have been given. Right. Homemade deck. Spirit. Ooh. Astral projection. Past life karma. Okay, that's could be something that has been clearing during this process, for sure. And within these situations and handling certain people, your dreams, pay attention. I would also encourage to write stuff down if you remember to. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult or a little bit groggy, but if you have a dream journal or are able to write stuff down even just on your phone real quick, I would definitely recommend to do so. And if you have one, I would maybe look back at some stuff. 1616 on the timer, as I said that. Divine intervention. We're getting some strong third eye chakra stuff here. We have trust, and then shadow side. We had a huge chunk that flipped, but those are the ones that I think you have had to actually really face your shadow side and really learn and accept and become comfortable and be okay being vulnerable and actually bringing both your shadow and your light side together, because you can't get rid of it. It's there for a reason. And I think a lot of us like to try to pretend it doesn't exist sometimes. Been there, been there. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. This has been the strongest message throughout this reading, so this is, yeah. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you can carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. All right, pile number 2, 1818 on the timer. I hope that resonated for you guys and was helpful. I definitely feel very connected to you guys, pile number 2, because this is some energy and messages for me as well, I'm not gonna lie. So I hope that was helpful and did resonate for you guys. And if it did, leave a little like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. I would love you to be part of this collective, and I feel like we are on the similar and same journey if you guys are in this pile. So if it didn't resonate for you, however, you can always choose another pile, choose another reading, or I might just not be your reader for today, and that is totally cool. But I am wishing you much love and light in this journey, guys. You guys got this. I believe in you, and I will see you in the next reading, guys. Bye. Hi, pile 3, if you guys chose the Wild Unknown Animal Tarot, and this lovely, I believe it's pink angelite. I could be incorrect. I need to like keep the tags or like take pictures and like keep them in a binder for all the crystals I end up getting. But anyways, we are going to be checking in today for you guys, pile number 3, see what you don't see coming. So it's obviously been a little bit. I obviously keep uploading shorts daily, but it's been a little minute since I have done a full-length reading here. If you guys did miss the intro, I did just graduate, and I actually ended up going to my school and got to hang around in Boston and then go check out Salem, Massachusetts. So I was in the lovely witch city of the US here, and it was definitely the energy that I needed. I had not been getting called to do readings for a minute. I kept wanting to, but something was like blocking it. And yeah, going there and experiencing the area, I wanted to come home and pretty much do a reading almost immediately. So here we are for our lovely pile number 3, is what you don't see coming. We have 5 of Pentacles here. What does pile 3 not see coming? Because I, weirdly enough, unintentionally manifested my Salem trip. So let's see what energy wants to come through. It's been some real interesting and intense readings today, so we'll see what wants to come for you guys, pile number 3. I'm already getting a little bit more scatterbrained for your guys' pile, which could be an energy that you are currently in, kind of self-isolating and cocooning. I'm getting the message to take that in reverse. I think you're trying to hide. What are you hiding from right now? 3 of Pentacles, a work situation? Father of Pentacles. Pile 3, Spirit. And the 5 of Cups. Yeah, there seems to be like a work or potentially, I'm not sure if it's a romantic situation or it even could potentially be like a family, father figure, uncle, grandparent type of energy that I'm currently getting. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, Sun in reverse, 3 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Cups. I think that there is definitely something that you've been either ignoring, hiding from, running away from, turning your back to, or something that you've been trying to keep pushing into the back of your brain, and that's kind of what's coming forward, whether you'd like it to or not, is kind of the energy that I'm getting. For some of you who do know what this is, and what I'm referencing as, I'm really getting, I feel like it's a change that you know needs to happen and is ultimately going to lead to really great and positive things. You just like don't want to let whatever this is like go, or just the process of the change is just really overwhelming for you. I think the thing that's going to be very unexpected is that it's going to be a lot easier than you think it is. I think you're almost building it up in your brain is kind of what I'm getting. I think you are really building it up to be this like negative experience or this very like detrimental time, but I think it's actually going to be way more positive and almost the complete opposite of what you were expecting. So for a lot of you, this could be changing careers, changing jobs, a potential promotion. You could be taking on a lot more responsibilities and be very worried and very concerned over this next step or this next bump up in whatever this situation is. This could be even a romantic situation and being really, really terrified of going to that next level of commitment, but ultimately knowing that it's going to be way better and way happier than you even expect, even if there are certain things or certain worries or certain fears that are really building up and bubbling to and have been kind of preventing or blocking you from taking these next step forwards. 555 on the timer as I am saying that, which you guys have been getting a good amount of. I mean, we have a couple of 5s on the cards here, but yeah, I think that there's something that like you've been kind of like putting off or not wanting to really do or handle, thinking that it's going to be just like this terrible time, and it's honestly going to be way better than you're expecting. And I think it's going to really like, yeah, there's something about you thinking this is just going to be a terrible time and it's going to be a great time and it's going to be way better. And like, you're literally going to get out of the process and being like, why was I so worried about this? Why was I so anxious about this? Why was I getting this like build up in my head about all of this? And I'm completely fine, if not way better than fine, is really what I'm getting for you guys. Pile number 3. I think that you're expecting things to go or be or end up in this terrible state, and it's going to be fantastic. Interesting. And I could just sense my like energy change from the beginning of this reading to now. Like at the beginning of this reading, I was very like kind of slow, hesitant, kind of just like, I don't know. But now I'm just like, yeah, you guys are fine. This is rolling. Like, it's all gonna be good. Like, there's a rebirth happening for you. I think it's just like getting and being kind of scared of this change, but you knowing it need to happen, but you're just like, yeah, getting worried and kind of like getting wrapped up in those head loops of like, well, this could go wrong and this what about this and what about that? And it's just like, you don't need to worry about it. Spirit's got it. Let it, like, Spirit's got this. Like, just let things happen. Do the things that you need to do. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay, let's get our animal spirit card here and see what energy you are embodying at this current time. I don't know why I'm getting an image of a particular card from this deck, so we'll actually see if it ends up. Okay, I was getting the bee as well, like busy bee, worker bee, and I think that this could have to do with the work situation. But we got fish here as well, so fish, Pisces energy. I'm also getting kind of like a school of fish, or kind of like going with the flow. I think that there is a more need to go with the flow during this period of time, letting those kind of shadow things kind of come to light of where you could potentially be putting yourself into this energy rather than just letting things just unfold and go the way that they need to, and not holding such a, like, remaining in a neutral space rather than expecting terrible things or expecting like the most greatest thing, even though like I do think that that's what's going to be happening. I think remaining in just like this neutral balanced state is going to be the best and most beneficial for you during this time, because I think thinking too optimistically is going to freak you out, but I think you staying in this super pessimistic state is not going to do you any good either. So I think being at a neutral space is ultimately going to be the best for your mindset at this moment. Obviously, a lot easier said than done most of the time, but I think that there, yeah, is this need to kind of to go with the flow. I'm also with like a school of fish of kind of like either leading on a friend or somebody that has also gone through a similar experience, or getting advice from someone that you trust that it has or been going through a similar situation to what you're going through at this current time. Air and Fire Dragon expands your creative energies. Harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. So there could be something that you are, really interested in pursuing, but it maybe not be a conventional path. So therefore, you're putting these very negative connotations on going forward with this path, rather than just like doing it and see where it goes. Just do it and see where it goes. Just do it and see where it goes. Golden Christed Dragon brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light, you are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. I think I need to re-emphasize that you are protected. I think that that is something that you think, I think there's just so much worries about how the results of what you're gonna do, and it's gonna be so good. Crystal Yellow Dragon opens you to a higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra from illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Getting very strong with the solar plexus and sacral chakras here. And that was actually correlating to another pile as well. So if you're drawn to multiple piles, I would maybe go check another one out if you were feeling called to. If not, ignore that message, but I'm getting very strongly into stepping into that confidence, that power, that creativity, really being able to step forward and show your light and show what you have to offer. And then we have the Earth and Air Dragon, represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams. Like I was saying, really staying in that balance and neutral energy, I think is going to be the most beneficial for you during this time, because I think that thinking in either one extremes is just, really making you imbalanced, and getting into more of that grounded energy is ultimately going to lead to the best outcome for what you want, which is very, very possible for you to able to achieve. And I don't know why that card is always the one that ends up popping up. I can't get that flag from YouTube. Alright, yes, definitely third eye chakra and throat energy as well with those strong blue. Get a lot of intuitive messaging during this time. Third eye chakra, pineal perspective. Connect with your third eye and transcend what you understand with your mind. Discover a deeper inner knowing through the interconnected web of all this is and has been. You can tune into this wisdom at will, as and when you wish to. This wisdom is ancient yet pioneering. It is the creator of the free will we choose to weave from moment to moment. Be the observant witness. Allow the transcendence of duality without judgment. Be mindful, listen, and allow your unfurling intuition to unravel the paradoxes of reality. Yeah, definitely stepping into your confidence, getting more grounded and more balanced in these visions is going to be the most beneficial for you during this time. Let's get some last message cards here. Already getting told to take this one. Reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for some life cleanup. Right. And lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on Earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. I think that's super fun, considering with the lamb, with the sun here, so much yellow and orange coming through in your guys' reading. So I think really, really stepping into that light energy is going to be the strongest message that's coming through here currently. It's some homemade messages. We have avoidance. We love that. All been there. We've all been there. third eye chakra yet again. Trusting your intuition. You're right on track, Sagittarius, so it could be strong in your chart. Bad karma, I think that's stuff that you are clearing during this time, and I think you're getting so wrapped up in what could potentially happen that you're avoiding all of this good energy that can come through. Meditating could be very beneficial and helpful during this time to really connect and get those intuitive messages and really take on those messages that are coming from your higher self and from spirit as well. All right, let's get our postcard from spirit here and close out your guys' reading. Yeah, you guys are releasing a lot of old patterns, old mindsets, clearing out that bad karma, getting ready for that new stuff to come in. I'm gonna take that one. Only doing one today. Right. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get to the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation, so tell the ones we know to be true about you. A story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You'll experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they are stories you're proud of. Genuinely Loving Fan Club. Alright, pile number 3. I hope that was helpful and resonated for you guys. If it did, leave a little like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. If it didn't resonate for you, you guys can always choose another pile. I was definitely getting a little bit of interconnecting energy for some piles today. So if you were getting called to another pile, definitely check that out. Otherwise, it could not be your reading, or I just might not be your reader for today, and that's totally cool too. But yeah, I'm wishing you much love and light on this journey, guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye!